What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B Hot Radio Shout and stepping in the building. I got a legend and an icon stepping off in this thing.
Yes.
N9ne, what's good with it, boss?
What's up, brother? Good to be here, man.
Good to see you, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Tech, first of all, man, 5816 Forest.
Yes, sir.
What's going on with this new project, sir?
I had to take it all the way back to the beginning, man. An origin story, man. Take
Okay.
N9ne. It's crazy in my whole discography. I ain't got one like this, man.
What?
You know what I'm saying? It's all verses by me.
Okay.
Same producer all the way through all 17 tracks.
Yeah.
Chronological order from age 12 to 17 when I ran away from home to become Tech N9ne, man.
Okay, you got to take me there, though, Tech. I mean, what made you run away and become Tech N9ne?
Well, I was raised in a Christian house.
Yeah.
My mom married a Muslim when I was 12.
Okay.
He moved us in the hood, 5816 4 is a blood neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he knew if it was a blood neighborhood.
Yeah.
But, through those years from age 12 to 17, I thought he was being hard on me, man. You know what I mean? Like certain thing, being on punishment for whole summers when I'm messing up in school. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. So certain things happened in the house around age 17 that made me say, you know what, I'm gonna get out of here. You know what I'm saying? I didn't recognize that he was trying to make me a stronger man. Instead of being mean to me, he was trying to make me stronger, a stronger kid. You know what I mean? Get me ready for the world. And I didn't realize that till I became a man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And that's what made me run away. And thank God I became Tech N9ne because that's what I plan to do. Because it don't always pan out that way. You know what I'm saying? Especially with what I was doing. You know, what I was doing was a lot more different in style. A lot more different in appearance, everything. You know what I'm saying? So I had everything against me and still became the #1 independent rapper in the world.
How the hell did you do that, though, Tech? How were you able to impose your will on this game and make your money, maintain your independence, and still have massive success?
The thing is, man, being on the majors before I went independent, being on Perspective A&M with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis in 93, 97, Quincy Jones, Rest His Soul, you know what I mean, with Quest and Warner, 98, J. Core and Interscope, you know what I mean? And I met my partner around that time, my partner Travis O'Gwen. Taught them how to do strange music. Now, we went on our first tour, we lost 140,000, but that didn't stop us. You know what I mean? We kept coming back. The way we did this was that we went town to town and build the name. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we would post up in a town for a week just to go to parties and stuff like that. Me get on the mic every once in a while, you know what I mean? So we'll post up in a town, then we'll book a show in that town, come back to that town. My first show in San Diego, man, there was 7 people on stage. We invited everybody on stage to do the show with me.
That's crazy.
The next time I came back, it was 30 people. Next time I came back, it was 100 people. Then 300 people. Then we sold out the House of Blues. You know what I'm saying? And then we just kept growing and growing and growing in every town all around the world, man. You know, and that's how we did it.
When you lost that 140K though, jumping off the porch with that. What was going through your mind at that time, and how did you regroup from that, sir? Because a lot of people throw in the towel after that.
My partner Travis, man, he was already a multimillionaire when we started. You know what I mean? So although he didn't like that we lost 140,000, I took all my homies on tour on the tour bus and got them all hotel rooms. We was doing it all the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? But we thought it was the right way at the time. You know what I'm saying? So we knew we had something special, man.
That's right.
And Travis knew the same thing. He knew we had something special with Strange Music and Tech N9ne. So we didn't stop, even though we was losing.
Hip hop at that time, though, man. How did you feel about that culture that you were in at that time versus the way hip hop is now? It's not as it seemed like that was a special time, man. It seemed like it was a renaissance in music and hip hop, and I don't even know if we'll ever even be able to get that time
I'm
back.
just blessed to be in that era, man, to where we could build something like that in such a market where, you know, everything is like mainstream or nothing. You know, of course you had E40 back in the day, you know what I'm saying, that had his independence going, and ICP, Insane Clown Posse, had their thing, their independence, you know. I'm not sure if Cottonmouth Kings was independent, but maybe they were, I don't know. But, you know, I'm just blessed blessed to be able to be in that era where we could build an empire like that. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, it wasn't streaming around that was cutting our money more than in half. You know what I'm saying? To where we could build seven buildings with strange music.
Come on.
And still have it to this day. So we was in an era where we could get our money from physical product. You know what I'm saying? And we still sell physical product. Like we're talking about 5816 Forest. You can pre-order it and get the CD. You can pre-order it and get two vinyl set. You know what I mean? And all that, man. So we keep it on, pushing on, man. And we ain't gonna never stop. But really blessed to be able to start back then. Not sure what the future is gonna hold, but we're gonna make sure that we're gonna be in there.
You damn
somehow.
right.
You know
Exactly.
Yeah.
When it comes to strange music, though, man, the business. How was that for you being an artist and then still being able to handle your business at the same time?
Well, with my partner Travis being a shrewd businessman, you know, at the beginning I was more instrumental in all the business moves, you know what I mean? But as I got to touring 250 shows, I had to really trust him to do what we needed to do, and he done that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, major things, you know, but I have to sign stuff, you know, he'll make sure that I'm there to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? We used to be a time where we would go through all the merch, like, what you think about this? What you do? I was like, I don't like that one, I don't like that one. Like, after a while, man, I'm just like, go, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Let's get it.
So I've been blessed to have a business partner that knew what the hell he doing, you know what I mean?
I'm about to jump all over the place with this thing, Tech, but I mean, working with a Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah, man.
Can you talk to me about working with Wayne and then getting on the track with Andre 3000 at the same time?
That's
How did
crazy.
that interlude come about, man, sir?
Well, the interlude came about by Wayne doing an interview with Funkmaster Flex or somebody back in the day when he was in Rikers.
Yeah.
And he said some stuff. I guess Funkmaster Flex asked him, who you want to work with when you get out? He said, I want to work with Andre 3000 and my main man N9ne. And everybody started calling my phone. I was in the studio in Kansas City late night, like, and Big Scoob hit me like, you hear what Wayne said? I'm like, what Wayne say? You know, say he want to work with you. I was like, really?
Yeah.
So I had a press run coming up like I'm doing right now back then. So we had my head of security, OG Muggs, get with Macho and Fat Joe down in Florida and hook it up so I can get in there with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? When I was up there in New York doing my press run.
Yeah.
So we went up in Rikers. When I got there, man, I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to talk to this brother about. I don't even know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you for mentioning my name, brother.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to even mention my name.
Come on.
So we got in there and we talked for 3 hours, man. The warden had to stop us.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? So he said, when I get out, it's going to be on.
Yeah.
As soon as he got out, he hit us like, hey, I'm down in Florida. Come down to Hit Factory. Me and my partner, Travis, flew down there. You know what I mean? I wrote the verse in my hotel room, man. Mike Banger was the engineer.
Yeah.
I laid my verse during the day. Wayne didn't come in till 12 midnight that same day. And he said, yeah, that's beautiful. Ooh. So I didn't know that he was going to put Andre 3000 on it, bro. Until after he done it, and he came to Kansas City on a tour, and he came to our headquarters, and he said, you want to hear the song you on? I'm like, yeah. It started playing, I heard my verse, I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Then the next verse came on, I'm trying to hold my composure, like...
3 racks.
And after it went off, I said, you didn't tell me he's going to put Dre on it? He said, I told you I wanted to work with N9ne and Andre 3000.
Crazy.
That's how it happened, brother.
When you talked to him in Rikers, though, what was his spirits like at that time?
Man, really hype. Really hype. Telling us how Kanye came through there and did his whole album in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Talking about how Tip came up in there talking to him, you know what I'm saying? He's just real animated, man. Talk about how he first heard me in '98 on the Gang Related soundtrack with Tupac. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we talked about a lot, man. We talked about a lot of artists, a lot of, you know, our history, you know, and when he first heard me and everything, man. It was dope, man.
I mean,
3 hours.
Crazy. Tupac. Your relationship with Pac, Tech.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the bottom line is you don't work with everybody in the damn game, so we gonna be here all night long.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right now.
Yes, sir.
Working with a young Pac, man, what was it like meeting him and talking to him back in those times?
It's funny, man, because my first time meeting Pac, I was here.
What?
Jack the Rapper convention.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hilton on Cortlandt Street or something like that. I met Pac in in the lobby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was trying to get at this stripper chick, this big booty stripper chick. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, he was in the back of her, and she had her back turned, and he was like looking at her ass, talking about, "I'm black on, I'm black on, I'm black on." And I walked over to him. I said, "Hey man, you Tupac, man, you can do whatever you want with that." He's like, "Nigga, I'm black on." And I was like, okay. And I had to think about it. He was saying the women wasn't messing with him, so he must have had black on written across him, just like the Rodney King riots.
Yeah,
black on, you won't touch it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to say the women wasn't touching him. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
So that next year, '93, I got my first deal with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, and they flew me to L.A.
Yeah.
Went out to the club that night. Pac, Mo Preem, all of them in there with a gang of chicks at a club. Went over there and kicked it with them. You know what I'm sizzling? Yeah. So time goes on, and I signed with Quincy Jones. His son QD3 does Pac's music, does Ice Cube's music, and my music. You know what I'm saying? He did Questions on the Gang Related soundtrack. You know what I'm sizzling? So we early on we were talking about hooking me up with Pac. You know, and I said I already know him, man. He good brother. You know, I used to see him perform out there in '93. You know what I'm sizzling at the Robert Townsend show, and you know what I'm saying, other places and stuff like that, and we kick it, you know, all summer. '93. So when I got with QD3 in '96, he was like, "Man, we got to make this happen with Pac." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "I got a song in mind." He already did a verse for. Then he got killed that same year.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? So when he got killed, after a couple of weeks passed, QD3 called me and said, "Hey man, you still want to do that song with Pac?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he sent it to me.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
What was going through your mind though, doing that song, knowing that the brother was gone?
It was hurtful, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we had something in common. You know what I'm saying? The conversations we had in not Kansas City, but L.A. in '93. You know what I'm saying? A couple of conversations we had, man. Real good dude. We was even smashing the same women back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so we were already intertwined, man. You know what I mean? So I remember where I was when I first heard he got killed, you know, in Kansas City.
What was going through your mind at that time in hip-hop when you realized that somebody like Pac just passed away?
My heart went up in my throat, man. I remember I was on, I think 40 Highway sometime. I was riding with somebody, I don't know who I was and who it was, but I remember telling them that when we get up here, pull over, man. You know, I just had to take a deep breath, like, and I called QD3 immediately. And he was all messed up too. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
So it was hard. It was a hard thing. You know what I'm saying? It was a hard thing, man. You know, because you know, we know how gang violence can. You know how we know how it can get.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I need you to take me to hooking up with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis because we know them for the R&B. What was it like bringing the hip hop over there?
Well, you know, they had an R&B group on the label at the time called Low Key. Low Key was from Kansas City. And I was doing music with one of the DJs that they were intertwined with named DJ Icy Rock. He did a lot of my early music. So through Icy Rock, we were doing music. He got it to Lance and Prof of Low Key, and they like, we're gonna get this to Jimmy and Terry. Jimmy and Terry said, "Yes, I want it. Get it over here," and that's how I got my first deal.
Studio sessions. Were you in there jamming with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis?
They came in one of my studio sessions.
How did that go?
Funny. They was telling me, "Hey, Tech, we love what you do, but when you get into this industry, man, you know what I'm saying, get you a fat bitch." It's like, fat bitches buy your albums, man. They feed you food. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? What are we talking about here? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Quincy, just down to earth brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Quincy Jones, though, being able to work with another icon, man. I mean, what kind of game and knowledge did you get from him?
He gave me the kind of game that saved my life, man.
What?
Yeah, man. When I first went to his house in Bel Air, man, he sits us in front. You know how you got these plaques up right here?
Yeah.
A little baby and all this and
Luch,
YFN Lucci. He's out now, right?
Yeah, he's free.
Yeah,
he's
it's
back.
good to see the brother back. You know what I'm saying? But he has a Michael Jackson one with 50 million. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He got, you know what I'm saying, platinum records, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And he gave me a jewel, man. He said, Tech, rap what you know and people will forever feel you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you know, you do that. Stay true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? And what I took from that is that what I know better than anything in life is myself. So I started writing my life, man. And then with that, people started picking out the things in my life that connected with their life. And that's how I connected with fans, you know what I mean? And that was a jewel because what we have in common, even though we have different religious beliefs, different political beliefs, different skin tone, you know what I'm saying, everything, we have emotion in common. So I tapped into emotion and it touched so many people.
That's right.
Quincy Jones saved my life when it come to rap.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask you this though. I mean, we going on tour again. What's going on this year? Because see, I mean, you got the God is a Weapon tour.
Yes,
then you got the Thuggish Ruggish Mafia tour going on at the same time.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about this busy, booked and busy schedule we got, sir.
It's crazy how people will just hit you and say, hey, man, you want to go on tour with me and so and so? I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
So Ronnie Radke hit me up, Falling in Reverse, you know what I'm saying, a metal band. He's like, you want to go on tour with me? I'm like, yeah, because we did it last year as well, you know, and it was a success.
Yeah.
So he's like, you want to go again? I'm like, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? 13 dates with them.
Yeah.
And then it runs right into the Thuggish Ruggish Mafia tour with Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia and DJ Quick, you know what I mean? So
crazy.
When my partner called me and said, hey, Live Nation bought 22 to 23 dates, I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. And then all the Bone members are gonna be a part of this. I'm like, uh-oh, that's gonna be big. You know what I'm saying? People love to see that. And 3 6 Mafia, when they just had a fight on the verses, you know what I'm saying? People want to see that pop. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go on this
Exactly.
one. Yes, sir. It's a beautiful thing, man. A busy year for us.
You know, keeping your fan base intact all this time, though, Tech. I mean, that's one of the most difficult things for artists to do is to maintain their relevancy with their audience, man. How have you been able to pull this off? And grow it at the same time?
Man, you know, when you've been in the game long as me, 40 years for me, 25 years for Strange Music.
Yeah.
When you've been in the game long as me, you give fans something to draw from.
Yeah.
So you got some people that came in with Angelic in 2001 are different from the people that are here in 2025.
Yeah.
Some of them are still with us.
That's right.
But they talk so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing gonna be like Angelic. I'm like, you stay back there.
Yeah.
One more old shit by my old albums, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a blessing I've been able to keep a lot of the core fans.
Yeah.
But some of them are on and off, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't please everybody all the time. Some people want me to do that dark music that I did in 09 with KOD when my mama was dying.
Yeah.
That's why I did that dark album. I ain't about to mirror that because it took me to a dark place. Some people out here are really miserable, bro. And they want to know that you are too.
Exactly.
So now that I'm bright and find an angel, baby, you know what I'm saying? It's like the people who want the darkness, like, oh, he's soft now.
Yeah.
But they can't prove that.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
You know, don't try it.
Don't play with it now.
You know, it's a blessing that we've been able to keep a lot of those people, you know what I'm saying, over the years, over 25 years of Strange Music, man, that when they hear that I have a new album come out, they're like, okay, is it going to sound exactly like his last album? I'm like, has any of my albums sounded exactly? But you got to understand that you're dealing with people that don't understand music, don't understand cadence, don't understand nothing but hearing you rap with your voice still, and some of it's going fast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all they hear. They don't understand when something is different.
Exactly.
So you got to be careful how you talk to them because some people ain't musically inclined. A lot of people ain't musically inclined. So sometimes I have to tell them on Facebook, prove that this song sound like this one. I'll wait.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. And, you know, nobody ever want to fight. You know what I'm saying? When I go with it, you know, sizzling. But all these years later, people are still checking for 5816 Forest. Oh, man. That's a big blessing for me.
For you though, Tech, when your mama was passing during the KOD time, I mean, how was it for you creating that music? Was it cathartic for you to be able to make that music?
No. It wasn't cathartic at all, man. Because when I first went into writing KOD, I thought it was going to be more imagination.
Yeah.
I can just write the darkest stuff because I love horror movies. I can just write crazy stuff.
Yeah.
what was coming out was real stories.
Ooh.
And it scared the hell out of me, man. I didn't know that it can get, I didn't know my life was that dark as I started writing it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? About my mama being in psychiatric wards, you know what I'm saying? Most of my life. That's why I wear hospital scrubs whenever I walk around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, the clown on my shirt, you know, she took me to the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus when I was a kid and the Ararat Shrine Circus, man. And I had a big fear of clowns and I became the killer clown lyrically later on in my life, man. My Christian mama showed me all the horror, you know, back in the day. I was born in 71. She took me to go see Carrie in 76, Halloween. She took me to see Halloween, the first Halloween in 78 when it premiered in Kansas City. Took me to 100 houses in the city. So everything that my mama showed me, I attributed to Tech N9ne. I gave to Tech N9ne and it saved my life. You know what I'm saying? So people, they gravitate toward the darker stuff sometime, man, but evolving with me is the way it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you can't expect everybody to follow you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But everything that my mama gave me, man, I gave to Tech N9ne, man, from the dark, from the light, from the clown, everything, man. It really gave me the ammunition to keep pushing Tech N9ne.
How did you keep pushing Tech N9ne after all of that, though? Because a lot of people would just say, you know what, I need to pause for the cause, and I might not come back.
It was hard, man, because I was running from songs on KOD, man. I was running from songs because I understood how low it was gonna take me. Like an actual song called Low.
Yeah.
I was running from it because I knew what the content was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or I was running from the Martini, the last song on the album, because I knew what the content was gonna be.
Yeah.
So I missed 3 release dates because of it during KOD. Goodness. I was running from it because I found out that when you put yourself in that dark state of mind, it takes over your soul, your life, your brain, everything, and people can feel it on you.
Yeah.
I was down. My mama was dying of pancreatitis in 2009. You know what I'm saying? She made it through pancreatitis. Then a few years later in 2014, lupus took her away. You know what I'm sizzling?
Yeah.
So KOD was me saying my angel is dying, so I'm gonna give you my darkest record I ever done. A totally dark record. I ain't never done one like that since, and I never will again. Because it took me down in a hole that I don't want to be in. A suicidal hole and everything. Nah.
Okay, when you look up and you realizing that you suicidal, at what point did you realize that you was thinking to yourself, I don't know if I want to be here anymore?
I done had those thoughts a lot throughout my life until I had my kids, man.
Yeah.
When you have your kids, you got to man the fuck up. Sorry, I ain't trying to pull the cuss, but
no, you can say what you feel.
But when you have your kids, man, you got, no matter what your feelings are, they gotta eat. They gotta go to school.
Come on.
They gotta have everything.
Roof?
Yeah, they gotta have a roof that ain't leaking. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have medicine.
Exactly.
You know what I'm sizzling? So I had to put my woes aside and be the light for my children. And I stayed on that road, man. I stayed on that road trying to make sure I had everything, sending my wife back then money so they can survive. You know what I'm sizzling? When I'm out here working.
Yeah.
But one thing I wish I would have done, man, is took more time. Instead of staying gone all year round, missing birthdays, missing graduations. Now that I don't have to do those many shows anymore, and I have a 2-year-old little girl now, I'm home a lot more. I'm more in tune with my family because I saw how I messed up with my early children.
Nah,
you know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that.
And now we're going in a brighter direction, me and my kids, because it got dark for a long time because I wasn't present.
How were you able to reconcile that relationship with the kids, though, man?
I had to not be petty. I had to grow up. I had to evolve. I had to find maturity in order to start evolving in a more positive way to where what I said to them wasn't jabbing. You know what I mean? I'm out here working, doing my, I'm feeding you. You supposed to be, you ain't even at my shows. What the hell? Childish. And when you feed fire to fire, you burn everything down.
Come on.
You know what I'm sizzling? So I wanted to stop burning everything down with my children because it can burn down forever. Man, we've been on a up for so many years now, man, because I started evolving and I started wanting to be involved in their life.
That's right.
And, you know, now that, you know, you get, you know, what you work for, you know, you got enough time, you can buy yourself time with your family, and you don't have to go out there and tour. You tour because you wanna now, you know what I'm saying? And you wanna spread the word, not because you gotta take all that money and send it somewhere else.
Come on now.
So
Caribou Lou, man, another banger.
Yes, sir.
What was it that made you say, you know what, 4 years, I'm going to be sober in this thing? I mean, how did you get to this whole sobriety journey, sir?
When your doctor tell you 4 years ago, if you don't stop drinking like you've been drinking like a rock star since you was in your mid-teens, your heart's going to explode, bro.
Damn.
I said, okay, I'll quit.
Yeah, that's simple. That's simple.
And my wife said, I'll do it with you.
Oh, man,
You know what I'm saying? Evolving together, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I still miss it, though. You know, I miss, 4 years later, I still miss my red wine with my steak I might have every once in a while, you know, because my doctor told me to chill out on red meat because my cholesterol was up. So I'm chilling out a little bit, you know. I miss a couple of things. I miss my red wine, man, you know. I miss a cold beer at the game, you know what I mean? But 4 years, I'll be 5 years sober Valentine's Day next year. I'm starting to lose all my belly that I gained, you know, I'm sizzling over COVID. It took me a while to lose that one, you know what I'm saying? Because I kept going after COVID, still eating a lot of sugar and this, that, and the other. So I done pulled my sugar back a lot, man. I stopped eating a lot of things. I don't eat nothing but sourdough bread because of the health benefits, you know what I'm saying? You know, just a lot of things since Caribou Lou, man, because I created Caribou Lou and KCT. And now we're selling Boulou beer with, you know, Boulevard Brewing Company. And people are like, can I drink one with you? I'm like, nah. But I still toast you, though.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to not be excessive.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? When it comes to a bottle of wine, I used to drink a whole bottle. A whole bottle's like 3 glasses for me. You know what I'm saying? So, if I ever start back, maybe I'll just start having a glass of wine with my dinner. That's it. You know what I mean? Just moderation, brother.
Exactly.
You know, so since Caribou Lou, I had to stop because my doctor said I was going to explode myself, man. And I want to be here, and I got children. I got a new little girl. Just got married last July, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be here for my family, bro.
Did anything change in you though during this whole sobriety time too, man? I mean, did you notice that your temperament changed? You was thinking clearer, or
I noticed I started losing weight rapidly. With working out and everything. I noticed that I didn't have the liquor shits no more. You know what I'm saying? And those were horrible. Like Hennessy, Sprite, and Lemon all the time. Hennessy all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? And going to Hennessy tasting parties all the time with Paradise and everything. Just trying to get deep into Hennessy at the time. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to shit those days, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I gotta ask you about, you know, Eminem. Until I Win. Working with M, I mean, how did that relationship come about?
Until I Win ain't a real song, you know what I'm saying? The fans put that together. The only song I got with Eminem is Speed 'Em that I got on my album.
I know about
Until I Win, the fans put that together. And you can't tell because it got millions of views.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate listening to them because they'll have me off beat. You know what I'm saying? They don't always know that I start after the one mostly. You know what I'm saying? I don't start before the one. I got that boom. You know what I'm saying? I usually like boom.
Exactly.
After the one. And a lot of people don't understand music to know I'll start after the one.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I start like on a snare or something, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And so Until I Win ain't real, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Okay,
but
appreciate
Speed 'Em
that. Speed
is
'Em.
real.
Okay.
I've been trying to work with M for like a whole decade, man.
What?
You know, I forgot what song I sent. Oh, it was a song called So Lonely. Like, I'm so lonely up here in lyrical heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because we so elite that we up here and ain't nobody up here with us. You know? It was a song called So Lonely. Couldn't get to him. 10 years after that, I wanted to redo that song by the late great Richie Havens.
Okay.
Freedom. Freedom. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. You know, I just felt it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, I want to redo Freedom and call it Speedum. Speedum. Sometimes I feel like I'll never slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like, holy moly. Did my intro, did my last verse. Chris Calico, my brother, came and laid his second verse. You know what I'm sizzling? And we sent it to Eminem, and he said yes. You know what I'm saying? And he killed it.
Exactly.
I sent him 16 bars. He did like 38.
Damn.
Yeah, because I did 16. Chris did 16. Eminem said, nope, 38. 32 or 38. I don't know, man.
What was your thoughts when you heard them 38 bars coming back at you and realized that y'all had inspired 38 bars out of them?
Okay. First thought, I'm like, damn, maybe I should have went longer. But then I thought, wow, man, we pushed him to want to go that hard.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. That was flattering. Coming from a lyrical genius.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, Worldwide Choppers, Busta Rhymes, Yellow Wolf, Twist.
Wow.
Talk to me about all of that, man. Getting all of them guys on songs together.
Well, this is the time when the world was starting to understand what Tech-N9ne was capable of. And the name had been circulating around in the industry because of the Forbes list 4 times in a row and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the name got to circulating. So I used my power. I did my verses. I knew already that I wanted to include choppers that I met around the world. You know, one in Istanbul, Turkey. One in Germany and Denmark, one in Denmark, and people all around the U.S., man. You know, Yellow Wolf. Busta Rhymes, Twista from the Midwest, man. JL, man. Twisted Insane, man. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody. Uso, man. You know, just so many, you know, D-Lo, you know, just really having all the choppers together, man. I used my power to get all those major features, man, and it went platinum without a video or radio.
Crazy.
That's independence right there.
Come on now. I mean, how do you feel to be able to do those kind of numbers independently? Because everybody doesn't have that ability to be able to do that, Tech.
When it comes to intricate rhyming, that ain't a song you think is gonna go platinum. Because the majority of folks don't want to hear, you know, because it's hard to understand for some people. It's hard to say for some people. And simplicity is always key when you think about hits. So that one is a slam dunk for me. And that's one that I can totally be proud of because it did what it wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But who says it wasn't supposed to do it?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Just because we have a set way of doing a hit.
That's right.
It just, that was a reminder for me that if it's good and it's great, it can go all over the world, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Fragile with Kendrick Lamar. I'm stuttering because I have so many other people on it, like Kendall Morgan on the hook and Mayday. You know what I'm saying? When you get songs like that with a lead artist and y'all chopping, you know what I'm saying, rapping fast. When you hear that hook on Fragile, you know it's a hit.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? But when you throw Kendrick Lamar on the last verse and Tech-N9ne as some of the people appointed to give an opinion and never do get it, I want you to come on Gobble Jimmy and die. That's quadruple time. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't thinking, oh, this one gonna go, but you thinking this gonna be big.
Exactly.
But you don't know it's gonna go platinum. That's a badge for me to wear. Like, even though that one had a video and that one had radio, Caribou Lou didn't. Worldwide Choppers didn't. Dysfunctional didn't.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? These are songs that didn't have, The Beast didn't. You know what I'm saying? These are songs that went gold and platinum, just independent love, man.
Crazy. I mean, how did you go about getting Kendrick in there for that Fragile?
Woo, that's a long story right there.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we signed J-Rock. We got him off of Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers wasn't doing what they needed to do for him. So TDE came over to Strange Music.
Yeah.
I forgot what year it was. We went on. I took him on tour with me. J-Rock.
Yeah.
And his kinfolk, MJ. He was the hype man. MJ got killed on that tour.
Oh my God.
You know, gang violence. You know what I'm sizzling? They thought he was a blood because he had on a red J-Rock shirt. MJ was a Crip from Cali.
Yeah.
But he was J-Rock's family, and J-Rock bounty hunter blood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. That's his kinfolk.
Yeah.
You know, some Crips from the supermarket or the liquor store across the street have been looking at the show all day. You know, we're going back and forth, going inside, you know, of the knitting factory in Reno, and 3 o'clock in the morning, we partying, bitches everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We partying. You know what I'm saying? And we hear ba 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 ba. We like, what? We duck, go out there, and they pulling MJ on the bus. They shot him down low. You know what I'm saying? Like, they shot MJ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They shot at Cut Calhoun too. He got bullet holes through his shirt. You know what I'm saying? And we had to leave him in Reno because we're still on tour.
Yeah.
We had to leave him in Reno and go to the next spot, which is Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him the day after the shooting. I'm singing to him, I just want to celebrate. Real niggas don't die, you know what I'm saying? NWA.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, Tech, we got to redo that when I get out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back, man. Let's go, man. I'm like, yeah. Blood clots killed him, you know what I'm saying, that same day. You know, by the time we got to Salt Lake City, they called and the whole tour broke down, man.
Oh my God.
So TDE called out a fill-in for MJ, and his name was K-Dot. He finished the tour out with us.
That's crazy.
He gave me the Section 80 CD.
Yeah.
And I got him on a song before Fragile, on a song called I Love Music with my family member Marcus Yates.
Yeah.
Kendrick was on the last verse. Nobody knew who he was. Good Kid, Mad City comes out the next, and he does Fragile for me at the hilt of that.
Woo! Come on now.
Pyong.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got connected. MJ died. K-Dot came and Kendrick came and filled in for MJ on J-Rock's tour.
That's crazy.
Be his hype man.
When you saw a young Kendrick, did you know he was going to go on to be one of the greatest of all time?
I knew he was dope when I heard him when J-Rock was playing me his music. I'm like, who was that? He's playing me on the tour bus. He said, that's K-Dot, man. We got Black Hippie together, man. He's something.
Yeah.
So when he came out there, I already knew he could rap. But when I got Section 80, I'm like, ooh. And that's why I got him on I Love Music.
That's
because I know he was a musician. I didn't know how far he was gonna go, but I knew he was dope as hell. I didn't know he was gonna get a Pulitzer Prize.
Win 50 Grammys at one time.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that he was gonna be a global, super duper star. But it's well deserved.
Exactly. Tech, though, I mean, for you an icon, legend. You done worked with a bunch of icons and legends. What do you think the commonality is between all of y'all that allows y'all to have this staying power and become icons and legends?
I think when you meet people and you hear their music, you recognize their love for music and their love for the craft.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We have elite artistry in common. And that, my friend, will never disappear no matter what is in the mainstream right now.
Okay.
A lot of elite artists talk down on the youngsters.
Yeah.
But I love a few songs by Lil Tecca, man. I a lot of songs by Gunna. I'm a Young Thug fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm sizzling? I understand vibe. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Travis Scott concerts all over the world, man.
Yeah.
Through Mike Dean, he get me and my wife in all over the world, man.
Crazy.
You know, it's just the younger generation. You know, I understand why Lil Yachty has fans. I understand why, you know, a lot of these artists that perform at Rolling Loud have fans. You know, Playboy Carti said last year, man, Tech-9ne is the pioneer of what I'm trying to do right now. He ain't talking music, he talking imagery and everything.
You damn right.
And you know what I'm saying? And vibe, you know what I'm saying? So me being an elite.
How did that make you feel though when you see your Playboy Carti give you your respect?
I posted it everywhere.
He gets it.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? I posted it everywhere. I said, man, you know, we still here, man.
You damn right.
And the young generation is still loving Tech-9ne, man.
Come on.
I'm still doing verses for younger artists, man. They still calling on the old man to come do something.
Exactly.
And I don't call myself an old man because I don't look like an old man.
Exactly.
But, you know, I'll be 54 November 8th, man.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So this is my 54th year.
Yes, sir.
And they still calling for Tech-9ne, and the younger generation is still wanting to see and do music with Tech-9ne, man. That is a testament.
Coming out of Kansas City, though, Tech, and then seeing the whole doggone world, man. How have your life experiences changed your mind and thought process throughout the journey?
Being on the road most of my life is the reason I'm a one-woman man for 11 years. Because I have bitches all over the world. And wonderful people all over the world.
Yeah.
But not good enough,
Yeah.
I guess, to be the wife, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, at the time, though, you know, I fell in love with some people on the road because I frequented. I had, you know, girlfriends on the road, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to frequent town so much.
Exactly.
The road made me understand that life was going to kill me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we were writing the movie called Georgie. It was Georgie was me, you know. Yeah. Georgie, Porgy, Puddin' Pie, Kiss the Girls and Make Them Cry. That was me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, it was going to, when you play the game of hearts, it's punishable by death most of the time, you know what I'm saying? And my brother, Maxilla, was writing it. And when I told him, you got to kill me, he said, I'm not writing that. So it's been held up for some years. I ain't writing that, bro. And I'm still living.
Exactly.
So I hung my player jersey up 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Plus.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So me going all over the world made me hone in on a queen that has everything for me and has my life and my best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
Want me to live
long
for our 2-year-old daughter and the rest of my children and hers as well. You know what I'm sizzling? So the road taught me, whipped me back into shape like, whoosh, nah.
Yeah.
You're going to get something you can't get rid of.
Come on now.
And I got out of there clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hitting that Forbes list 4 times in a row, though, man. What was going through your mind during that time when they put your business all over the place?
I'm black, man.
Exactly.
So I don't want the whole world to know that I hit the lottery.
Exactly.
If I won the lottery, can we make it to where you don't post it nowhere?
You don't show my face?
Can I do this on the under?
Yeah.
Everybody gotta know. So Forbes list is everybody gotta know that you won the lottery with your label.
Oh my goodness.
Family members, friends, everybody need help. Everybody need help.
Yeah.
I'm going through divorces and shit like that, man. I'm paying this much a month, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing everything, you know. I'm messing up on my taxes, so the IRS need $1 million plus from me, you know what I'm saying? I have to pay all that back and then make it back again. Woo. Thank you.
Exactly.
But when you show the world you win the lottery, man, it's bad, bro. It's bad because everybody's in need.
Yeah.
And I know everybody.
Oh. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
just navigating that though, and the pressures of being the man. Because see, you the man financially and artistically. So I mean, having to be that guy on stage and keep your career going, but then on the business side, having to be the breadwinner, man, and then for the family side at the same time too.
Hard.
What was that pressure and your mental health during that time, Tech?
I was on drugs. I was on drugs, bro. I was just going.
Yeah.
How much is that? How much we getting paid? Okay, we're going. How much is that? Oh, okay. We got up to 100K on the show. Okay, let's go. You know, we got. But by the time I got up to $250,000 for show, I was already free of drugs. You know what I'm saying? I've been free of drugs since 2007, I think. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But through all that, the IRS, and, you know, divorce and all that, I was on big drugs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big drugs. And, you know, I was muffling my pain. Yeah. Until I saw one of my youngest at the time, Rainbow. She's like 2 or 3, man. She came in there while I was high on ecstasy and Molly and everything, you know. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to die doing this. Yeah. I got to be here for them. Exactly. Turned it around, man. So through all that, I was on big drugs, man. Big liquor and everything. Ooh. Multiple women. I was just drowning. I was drowning my sorrow in fun shit. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what the question is. Real happiness at that time. Were you ever experiencing that, or was it just drugs and fun?
I realized it was artificial love. Yeah. Artificial love is that ecstasy pill. It makes you feel a way. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll say I love you to a bitch you just met that night. You know, so that's artificial. Yeah. You know, real happiness started coming after. You know, we would do things, you know, to create happiness to us. You know, we'd take the kids on a cruise and stuff like that. Happiness for real. You know, within the artificial love and happiness. You know. But now when I got out of all that, I recognized that happiness is a state of mind, and it ain't what you can do or what you can buy or nothing. Yeah. But when you broke,
it's everything.
It's hard to find happy. Yeah. But money don't buy you happiness. Money buys you time to plan for happiness is what I say.
I agree.
Money can buy you time to plan. Yeah. For what you call happiness. Yeah. But then I realized that what we plan for happiness, you know, trips with our kids and our family and our loved ones, or throwing birthday parties and stuff like that, yeah, you can plan for that, but happiness, you got to find it in here. Ooh. And if in here your happiness come from helping people, then that's what you do. Exactly. And that's what I do.
I ain't mad at that. Mm-hmm. Now, Hood Go Crazy, 2 Chainz and B.O.B., sir. Yes. How did that banger come about? Because that's a straight up Tech-9 ATL connection right there.
Yeah, man. I was in cahoots with B Rich, man. You know what I'm saying?
What up, though, B Rich?
Yeah, man. And B Rich used to send me beats from Bob, you know? Mm-hmm. And I would hit B Rich like, I need some more. Mm-hmm. Every album. Hey, B Rich, I need some more, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he sent me a beat pack, this type of shit to make the hood go crazy. I'm like, that shit. That's a hit. Yeah. Because I'm a dancer, you know what I'm saying? I'm a B-boy, pop lock break dancer.
Come on now.
MC Hammer dancing, Kid and Play. Come on, baby. With the flat top, everything. I'm all that.
I'm with you.
So, still all that within myself, you know what I mean? But I just don't have the hair, you know? Yeah. And, I said, that's a major hook on that major beat. Yeah. I was talking to my brother Maxilla. I said, I'm going to get Problem on here. And nigga, what? You know what I'm saying? On here with me. You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? I heard it. What? I heard it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And my brother Maxilla said, if you really want the hood to go crazy, you got to get in touch with Chainz. I'm like, 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz?
I'm like, you know, I always see him out, you know what I'm saying? Every time you see me, what's up, good rapping ass nigga? I'm like, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? So I got with OG Muggs. Yeah. He made some calls. Mm-hmm. Got with Chainz. He did the verse. Said he'd do the video. Yeah. boom, it's out of here.
Crazy.
Me, Bob, 2 Chainz, platinum hit. Independent.
Crazy. Tech, what has been your favorite studio session, though, over all of these years? That you just felt like, you know what, the spirit is in this room and we're in here cooking.
Man, I had so many, man. I was in there in Houston with Scarface. And you know that voice, when you hear it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had just came from a doctor's appointment. They had just told him he had diabetes or something. He's like, man, I don't know what I'm supposed to not eat.
Yeah.
He's talking to Chris Calico because Chris Calico was with me at the time.
Yeah.
And he was telling him, man, you can't eat that. You can't eat that. You got that in your hand. You got to drop that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he's telling, like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there and he started saying his verse and he wrote it and he's reading it in a circle.
Damn.
I ain't never seen that in my life, man. What do you say? Met this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Husband had a dope money and I had a snow bunny. You know what I'm saying? He's reading it. He's reading it. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to his voice like, damn, that's Face. We've been listening to him since Ghetto Boy, Ghetto Boy.
Yeah.
B-Ack. You know what I'm saying? When he was B-Ack, you know what I'm saying? Like Brad, man. And that was a special session, man, that I got to set in because a lot of the collaborations I have is through email.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all busy, you know?
Exactly.
Like Eminem was through email, you know what I'm saying? You know, Kendrick, same way, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I was in there in Houston. We had just had Papa Do's before we went to that session. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So we Houston all the way. You
Come
know?
on.
And Face walk in, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to hold my composure. Now, I done met him back in the days because I was doing music with Yuck Mouth. And Yuck Mouth was signed with Rap A Lot. You know what I'm saying? So I was down there in Houston and Face would walk into the session with me and Mike Dean and Yuck and all that. He'd roll up in his Bentley. You know what I'm saying? You know how Face do it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was just special, me being in the studio and hearing him with that magical voice.
Yeah.
Reading his fucking lyrics in a circle.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I gotta ask you this though. How do you feel about the game changing from the hard copies to the streaming now, man? I mean, how do you feel like that whole evolution has impacted the game?
It fucked up the game.
Damn.
Whenever you paying pennies to the artist, we can't sustain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn, that rhymed like a motherfucker. It fucked up the game.
Exactly.
Every time you pay pennies to artists, you can't sustain.
Come on. Come on, boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I ain't mad at that at all.
You know what I'm saying? Because you think I want to give this album away for free?
Yeah.
My origin story?
Yeah.
Nah. Me and my partner been talking about direct to consumer for the last 3 albums, man.
Exactly.
It's coming.
Come on.
I really wanted it for this.
Yeah.
Just time didn't permit.
How do you feel about direct to consumer now in this digital space? I mean, would it be in the form of an app or would it be a form of a hard drive?
It can be a download, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A download of the album, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it can be on our site.
Exactly.
That we own.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And I'm the kind of artist that I've created a core fan base.
Mm-hmm.
So we have emails, thousands, that we could send to and charge $19.99.
Exactly.
Incentives.
Yeah.
If you do this, you get this.
Exactly.
And a ticket to the show and a meet and greet.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many things we can do. Vinyl, there's so many things we can do. I'm blessed to be one of those artists that we can take a chance and say, fuck that.
Exactly.
We're going to do our own thing.
I'm with you on
all
that.
the way independent.
Amen.
Fuck paying us pennies.
Come on.
Killing the industry.
But break that down to other artists, though, Tech, that want to get into the game and be independent. What does it take to have that kind of success independently?
It's easier for the game, for the kids now because you have social media platforms.
That's true.
You have YouTube, you got all that stuff, man, that you can, SoundCloud, everything. We didn't have none of that. We had to do all the footwork. It's easier for you now.
That's facts.
To be heard.
Yeah.
Just keep sharing your music, man. You know what I'm sizzling? And if you can get that direct to your consumer, that'd be good. You know what I'm saying?
Now I got to ask you about just hip-hop in general, because I got a little scared around the 50 years of hip-hop moment, because we were in a time in hip-hop where a lot of the younger artists were dying. And it was getting to the point where it was like left and right. And I was like, I don't even know if we're going to have another 50 years of this, because it ain't going to be nobody here to perform anything in the next 20 years.
The younger generation dying. Social media intensified everything. Everybody got a channel.
Yeah.
I disrespect you on my channel. You tell me to pull up. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You done seen it happen so many times.
And that was happening to even the regular kids.
Yeah, man.
They was dying off of tweets.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Social media intensified everything because nobody wants to look like a clown.
Yeah, exactly.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
It's levels to this shit. I did a song called Dear Alley, man, talking about how we seen Pac and Biggie. We seen Pop Smoke posting and people coming where he at.
Yeah.
We seen Drakeo the Ruler funking with niggas on social media, then going to the show and getting stabbed to death. You know what I'm saying? We've seen all this.
Yeah.
We've seen King Von.
Yeah.
Finding Quando Rondo.
Yeah.
Parking lot.
Yeah.
We see this over and over. We see what sending out smoke signals can do.
Yeah.
That's what I call it, smoke signals.
Yeah.
When you on your channel like, nigga, pop, pull up.
Yeah.
Your ops. And like deer, they seeing all their people die, the deer, seeing all the parents, whatever, and they still go out in the middle of the road and get hit. So I compared that to deer.
Yeah.
We ain't learning from it.
Exactly.
So to say we might not have another 50 years, I think we will.
Yeah.
Because we still having kids.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But some of the kids we had back when we was kids, we lost them. To poverty.
Yeah.
To no opportunity.
Yeah.
To no bank loans for businesses.
Yeah.
To redlining.
Come on now.
Keep them out of neighborhoods and shit.
Exactly.
That just want predominantly white neighborhood. Directing them down in the ghetto where we from.
Yeah.
Wayne Minor Projects, Kansas City, Missouri. Where we made it up out of that.
Yeah.
Where we all fight each other, but it's love too at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where I said this once before, wherever there's poverty, man, there's gonna be crime.
Yeah.
Wherever there's no opportunity, there's gonna be a black market.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how to stop that.
I feel that.
The only way I can stop that is find youngsters and giving them jobs that we created at Strange.
Exactly.
You know, hey, we having a festival, so maybe you can work the grounds for this much an hour for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
You start giving
opportunity,
man. Yeah. That's the only way that we gonna save the youngsters.
I feel that.
Especially with social media, when it don't even take an artist to say, fuck so-and-so.
Yeah.
And so-and-so's like, fuck you. I ain't no punk pull up. See, that nigga won't even pull up.
Yeah.
I just saw something last week that YouTube personalities or whatever you call it were funking in Vegas.
Yeah.
A black dude with his wife.
Yeah.
And a Mexican dude said he pulled up and shot both of them, man, and killed them.
Crazy.
Because they funking for that space.
Yeah.
Nigga, this is hell, homie.
Yeah.
This is hell. They thinking we got to go somewhere under the ground, man. This is hell, bro.
Yeah.
Hell and heaven, right here. You can make it.
Yeah.
You can make hell or heaven.
I'm with you.
Right here. Heaven don't go past your head, and then hell don't go past your heels.
Come on.
You can make it right here.
I agree.
And everybody making hell with each other, man. I'm making heaven within my hell.
Exactly.
Within my hell, I'm making heaven and keeping my head on a swivel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's wild out here, man.
No, you damn right it is.
And you got, people, they get the president in office, man, and then they start coming out with their colors, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like marching and everything.
Exactly.
They think they got one of them in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, man, as long as there's poverty, bruh, we ain't gonna get out of this.
Now
ain't gonna be no reparation.
Yeah.
It's too much money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no reparation. They would have gave it to us already.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And they do. They say they'll bankrupt America. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my nigga, we built this city.
Exactly. Lastly, though, Tech, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the atmosphere now where everybody's catching RICOs now, whether it be criminally for drive-bys and shootings and murders, or it might be for sexual stuff that's going on. How do you feel like that's impacting the industry right now?
It's fucked up.
Yeah.
Social media once again.
Yeah.
Recording shit once again.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't be recording shit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
How you in a hotel, Puff?
Yeah.
And you chasing a bitch down the motherfucking hallway, kicking and hitting and...
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
You out in public, my nigga. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing posting guns?
Yeah.
FBI like, all right.
Got him.
Oh, that motherfucker ended up getting killed over there? There the guns.
Exactly.
You gotta, I'm from a blood neighborhood, man.
Yeah.
37th Street, Foodtown Brim moved in my neighborhood in the early 80s. 5816 Forest.
Yeah.
I've been talking that shit ever since in my music. And on the Carter Ford, you listen to Tech Anita, shoot, woo, business. You know what I'm saying? Put it out there. Sometimes we put it out there to the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing you gotta know, and everything you do, whether it be politically or religiously or gang affiliation, all of it is a whole lot of motherfucking gang shit, like Boom Gang used to say.
Yeah.
Whole lot of motherfucking gang shit. Once you let people know what side you chose, the opposition is coming, bruh.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. I done had Crips press me back in the day, and there's love now, you know what I'm saying, over the years, but I done had niggas press me like a motherfucker in LA and everything.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? Because I let everybody know.
Yeah.
I ain't chosen a side since.
Yeah.
I was raised a Christian.
Yeah.
I was, my mom married a Muslim. I studied Islam. I studied Confucianism, Shintoism, Taoism, Judaism, Buddhism, everything, Dianetics, everything.
Yeah.
And now I don't claim none of them. I just took what I want from Christianity, took what I want from Islam, and so on and so forth.
Exactly.
And applied it to my life.
Come on.
I don't claim none of that no more. Because it's all man-made it, a whole lot of motherfucking gang shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you think I'm lying, go to a motherfucking rally, motherfuckers is getting ran down and killed.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Go to a motherfucking country concert in Vegas, Mandalay Bay, motherfuckers getting chopped down from the windows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Political shit, religious shit. Look at what happened in Waco, man.
Yeah.
Religious.
Yeah.
Men perverting something divine.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Guyana with Jim Jones, not the rapper. I'm talking about the preacher.
Real deal.
Yeah, man. Telling them to cross over quietly.
Yeah.
And drink the potion.
The Kool-Aid.
Because you're not committing suicide. It's a revolutionary act. Niggas, you crazy?
Exactly.
You tell people your side, man.
Yeah.
The evil is coming.
Ooh.
And it don't matter what side it is.
Exactly.
Cooks. I cook over here. Well, I cook over here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get money over here.
Yeah.
They can fight.
That's real.
Whole lot of motherfucking gang shit. Fraternities, sororities.
Yeah.
You ever heard of motherfuckers dying in fraternities and shit like that?
Come on.
You know, like initiations and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of motherfucking gang shit. Everything that's supposed to be bright, man. Yeah. You have to join something. Oh, I'm vegan. Oh, nigga, I went on the fucking carnivore diet. Nigga. Fuck the vegans.
Exactly. I'm pescatarian. I like the fish.
Yeah.
Somebody mad about something.
Somebody's gonna choose a side, man. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be careful out here. I don't know how we're gonna fix the poverty, man, but my solution is offer some motherfuckers some jobs, man.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Lastly, Tech, for folks that want to contact you, man, and pick up this new album and get on this tour, how can they holler at you, boss?
www.therealtech9.com, man. You know what I'm saying? Strange Music Inc. You know what I mean? Tech9, you spell it T-E-C-H, N9ne, N9ne. It takes the place of the I. You know what I mean? I've been here 40 years, 25 years of strange music, and I'm still energized, and I could do a show right now for an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh!
I'll be sweating like a motherfucker and dehydrated afterwards, but I can still do it. Yes, and I'm about to do it on these tours coming up, man. Yeah. In a month or so.
Well, I'm here for it, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you pulling up on me. Beehive Radio, shout it, Tech 9. I'll let y'all in a minute, man. We gone.